I definitely Lyn spread it all over that middle.
Get to smash that like button. Subscribe. We need some subbies. Come on, you can do it. Late night. Woo, good vibes.
Late night. Woo! Let's get some subbies.
Churros were a hit. They're gone. Killed it. Nice job. Love the FG light. What's up? This is what it's all about right here. Right? Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, you guys? It's full-blown snow and bubbles. Is it bubbling? It's bubbling. Ooh, it's bubbling again. Bubbling here in the studio. All right, well, I guess that's enough, since I guess we'll have to sit in that chair in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Hello on Instagram. Lebanon LeBlanc. No, okay. LeBlanc Corey's. That's a tough one. Too Fast, Too Nick, Raiden Motors, Untitled Vision, Rustic Kitchen, Speed 23. Hello, Ron Goodman. Great to see you all the way down in Australia. Hungry Eights, late for biking, 54. All right, well, there's a lot of people here. That's great news. Welcome. Let's start the show up. Welcome back to the Late Night Playset. Bring it in here and allow the visitors to come in with us as well. Tonight is Thursday, July 22nd, 2021. Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, the other day was the 20th, so I guess it makes sense. But
it makes sense.
I've been doing so many other things today. I haven't had any kind of clerical write the date, and it just sounds really late to me.
Yep.
It sounds like a future movie. Like, the date was July 22nd, 2021. 10 years after the Earth froze over, you know. My name's Jay Ryan. The lady to my right is Nicole Ryan. You are here on a great night. We are... you're here. We are. Everybody is. Maybe we should start with some deep breaths. Let's start with some deep breaths here. You can pull that mic up to you if you want.
I just remembered.
You don't have to. All right, let's bring it in here. Be very serious, for goodness sake. Hi, Mrs. Ryan. Hi, Nicole. Hi. Hi, Nicole sounds bizarre, since never in our relationship have I ever called you Nicole. It's like weird. When you're in trouble. You know, I hear your parents call you Nicole. That's it. Because in professional life, they always called you Shabbat, your old last name.
Is part of why I don't like it.
Nicole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a good ring when you're being yelled at.
That may be what color that you have. Anyway, I'm glad everybody's here tonight. Our guest is Lyn Woodward. Lyn Woodward is just back off the plane from Brisbane? Where were you?
Amsterdam.
Not
Lisben?
rhymes with Brisbane. It's Lisbon.
Lisbon.
Portugal.
Oh, but not Brisbane, Australia.
Not Brisbane, Australia. Other side.
Okay. What were you doing there? Will you tell us when you get in here?
Maybe.
Did you get off the plane today or yesterday?
Literally this morning. So, yeah.
I have missed you.
I know. She's the greatest. Anyway, Lyn Woodward will be in here in a couple minutes. Luckily, there's not much for us to talk about before she is in here because this is one of those nights where we didn't plan shit. As you guys recall, I was doing all sorts of stuff on Tuesday and kind of like just show stuff, future stuff, you know? And wouldn't you have it, the one time you finally decide to go sit down, you know, after months of procrastinating to go do it, the computer you're working on totally craps out and dies. So if you remember, Tuesday was spent tracking down a new iMac from the Apple Store. They're back-ordered most places. You can get them in August if you want, maybe. Anyway, so that's what Tuesday was spent doing. And then there was like, we got here for Live at 5, but that's it. We just talked to everybody. There was no show. Okay, here we are on Thursday. Everything's back up and running, but we didn't have a guest. So I reached out to one of my favorite people who also has been a guest here before. And beyond that, the last time we didn't have a guest, she goes, "Why didn't you call me?" And I was like, "Oh my God, why I mean, we wanted to do just an us show, but like, why didn't we call her? Because one, you live locally. Two, you're one of our favorite people. And three, you're available at 5 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays often, which makes it very convenient for us. Today, I didn't hear back immediately. So I actually looked at her profile. I was like, what the hell are you doing? You've been liking pictures for like 2 weeks here. She's been out of the country. And I was like, pfft. So I sent another message like, okay, obviously not tonight, but like maybe in the future. And then I never thought about it again. I don't know, a couple hours later, I don't know, whatever it was, I got a message. She's like, is this for tonight? I can do tonight. She goes, I just got off the plane. I was like, holy crap. You're a trooper. See you at 5.
That's how available.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't
How
mean it like that.
unbusy I am.
I didn't mean
I'm
it like
just
that.
kidding.
I just meant, you know, unless you're a creator or in the creative field, it's kind of tough to be available at 5 p.m. on a weekday.
Absolutely.
Sort of like the Good Vibes thing on a Friday morning. We, weirdos, are available most any time.
Yeah.
We don't do much, but we're available always.
That's right.
I didn't. We weirdos. I was not calling you a weirdo, unless you want to be one.
I would totally want to be one. Are you kidding?
Nice, nice.
I identify as a weirdo, for sure.
If I didn't mention it before, by the way, Stiglette's here as well tonight. Stiglette, where are you, buddy? Find a camera. There he is. What a guy. Man, he is ready for the big screen. I don't know if he's going to be a professional race car driver or a professional like host person first. What do you guys think? He can do both. He can do both, yeah. That's true. You look at Justin Bell, who's very successful at, I guess he transitioned from one to the other. But either way, the world's your oyster, kid. Good for you. One Vintage Dorian, hello. Mark Photog, hello. Triple Caution. Triple Caution, are you the person to pick a beef with my... I have a beef with the word triple. It's probably not your issue. It's probably not your fault. But I have a beef with the word triple. My feeling is that it should have 2 P's. And, of course, as everyone who spells correctly knows, it does not have 2 P's. It's a soft P.
Yeah.
It's triple. Triple is triple, as it's spelled correctly, in my opinion.
You know, listen, we all know how difficult and weird the English language is, right? I mean, it's really hard to learn. Really hard to learn. There's like one word that means like 10 different things. Spelled 3 different ways. That
sometimes,
you can,
there are 3 different words for one thing.
Right. I tip my hat to anybody who thinks, I'm going to learn some English.
I've heard that.
I feel like Russian is right up there too. Although now, having just gotten back from Portugal, Portuguese is way up there.
Isn't Portuguese a version of Spanish?
No.
Not
I mean, there are a few things.
I don't think
there
it
are
is.
a few things that are the same, but it's like the sounds are just so totally different.
Triple Caution, Brisbane represent. The Australian one, he says.
Yeah.
How funny is that?
Maybe
What's
that'll
up,
be my
Triple
next
Caution?
trip.
That's awesome. We'll go down and see Ron Goodman, too.
Okay.
If you know him. Do you know him?
No.
Oh, he's a race car driver, too. Pretty
They're all in the
fantastic.
house
Speed
today.
23.
I love it.
Late for Biking, One Vintage Howdy, Marvin Collins, Raidmer, Silent P. Silent P, yeah, right. Triple. Oh, gosh. There's a great shot of Lynn drinking her. Sorry about that. There we
Oh,
go.
sorry.
All right. No, you're fantastic. It's me who doesn't know what I'm doing. We're just now back to getting things. The Jay Leno show threw me for a loop, not because of the Jay Leno show, but the fact that it was a pre-tape. It really screwed me up. We're so used to doing the live thing all the time.
Was
Universal
it
sign for
because
live thing.
he didn't want to do live, or he was like?
No, the truth is he just. Oh, look at this, everybody. We'll all be here for Amazon. Hello. Oh, Amazon! Thank you so much.
Gosh, it's that easy. They just bring it to your door.
Everything is happening at once today.
Yeah.
Last time somebody was delivering something and I was in the bathroom at the same time and you can't walk, so you couldn't get. I mean, there was like a whole bunch of shit. What were we talking about before Amazon?
Jay Leno and the live show, or non-live
It wasn't that
show.
no, I think he would probably do anything. In fact, I hope in the future he's available for the 5 p.m.
Yeah.
He isn't always available at 5 p.m.
No,
like some people.
he actually does have stuff to do. Unlike
I hear
me,
how it sounded. I
he
hear
does
it now.
have stuff
I
to
hear
do.
it now.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
It wasn't intended poorly, so it didn't sound weird to me. But I hear it. I hear it now.
It's totally cool.
No, for Jay Leno, it was, we asked him a couple times, and he said yes the first time, and he said yes the second time, and he said yes the third time. And each time in the beginning, it was always like, yeah, what is it again? Like, give it to me again. Like,
Yeah.
I know I like you, so I'm going to do it, but I can't wrap my head around it. What is
I
it?
can't wait to come over and sit over there and ask what he thought of being in the set.
Should we just do that part?
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
All
is
right.
there, do you have to do
all right.
anything
So we'll
else?
talk about Jay Leno. All right. So here, let me make some notes. There we go. Jay Leno. Lisben, not Brisbane.
Not
Now,
Brisbane.
there was a whole movie about that. Remember when there was a road trip and they went to Austin, Massachusetts? Because of Boston and Austin. Road
Is
trip.
that a
The movie
thing?
Road Trip.
Oh, yeah, I missed that one.
Not a Tom
I
Green
missed
fan?
that cinematic piece of genius.
Must not be a Tom Green fan. Road Trip was funny, wasn't it? I thought Road Trip was one of the better ones of those. Maybe not. I don't really remember.
It was in the mix.
There you go.
All right. So we'll talk about Jay Leno, Road Trip, and
Amazon.
And the Amazon guys here.
The timing couldn't be better.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I don't think we need to let him in, right?
No,
I'm not
he's already
buying
gone.
alcohol. Oh,
He just dropped it and left.
she's incredible. I wish. Hey, if you're now, what's happening? Oh, I think
Now
he's
like,
coming in.
yeah, he's coming in and he's going to be a guest on the show.
And now introducing.
Oddly
more-
enough, the Amazon guy is
The
also
Amazon guy.
available at 5:00 on a Thursday,
I hope
completely
everyone's-
unannounced.
Cicerito says Caserito. I apologize.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Quesarito.
Oh, here's the problem. God darn it.
Break your wrong glasses.
Welcome to the show,
Are you
everybody.
wearing your scuba goggles
Hello,
instead?
neighbor. It is so nice to be able to see you now that I've got the correct glasses on.
Ding, ding, ding. Winner.
Casarito says, hello from being stuck in traffic. Hello, Casarito. Bobby Bass is here. What's up, Bobby Bass? Casarito says,
Bobby.
is that Lynn? I recognize that voice. LOL.
Yes.
It certainly is.
Hi, hi, hi.
Do you know Casarito?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a photographer. Very good automotive photographer. We met at SEMA. No, we didn't meet at SEMA. We met at King of the Hammers.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Whoa.
Wow, of course you did, King. Were you competing?
No, God, no.
Oh, all right.
No, I'm not
Still,
that crazy.
I'm going to add that to the list.
No,
King
we
of-
met at King of the Hammers, and he's,
King of Hammers.
photographer guy. Follow him on the grams.
All right.
Good stuff.
So I've been doing some studio config stuff to make things better for you over there and to make things, whatever, it doesn't matter. Nobody else gives a shit. So that's what's been going on. The new computer, there's more stuff with the new computer, but we'll talk about that shit another day. And the Stiglette's in the house, which I already told you. All right, now I just want to tell you very quickly about, did I? That's all right. Oh, there it is. Here's what I don't need. I don't need this. Let's get rid of what we don't need, shall we? Too much shit going on.
Just another Thursday.
Woo! Okay.
Aren't you glad you have your intern here so he can clean that up?
He's just observing.
Oh.
He's just observing so far.
Oh, okay.
Other than getting you a glass of water and receiving the Amazon package, he hasn't
I feel
actually
really
had any
badly.
tasks yet.
I feel really badly now.
No, it's great. I asked him to receive you first.
Oh, okay.
I
That
said,
was
when
done.
Lynn gets up here,
with
would
success.
you please be receptive?
And I thought it was you, and for a second, I was like, "Wow, you look great."
Some skin cream or something.
Did you do a peel?
Yeah.
What happened?
Also, you went in and saw the Cy Sperling, I think, or something. Something's going on. 'Cause
Yes,
he's definitely
anyway.
a younger version. All right. They say all that separates men and boys. Here we go, men and boys. Look at this. What a great segue, folks. Is the coverage for their toys. St. Clair Insurance has coverage for your toys. In this case, we're talking about collector car coverage. The collector car market is all over the place, folks. Your car is not worth what it used to be. I would definitely go get your car evaluated. Find out what your new, find out what your old car is worth new now, and then get yourself. Get online. You're going to want to go to Google. You're going to want to fire up that internet browser if you got your Firefox or whatever you got, and go check out St. Clair Insurance, coverageforyourtoys.com. for all of your auto insurance coverage needs. That's right. Correct. Coverageforyourtoys.com. Coverageforyourtoys.com.
Coverageforyourtoys.com.
This is late. This is who is this? Who is this? Who this? Turned into Howard Stern. This is Jay Ryan from Late Night Playset reminding you to please like, subscribe, and comment below. This feeds the internet algorithm and eventually us as well. Be a pal, like, subscribe, and comment below. The smoke appearing out of nowhere behind me denotes the fire. That must mean that you are indeed liking and subscribing below. I'm guessing that's Amazon telling me your package has been delivered. We handed it to Stiglette. There it is. Yeah, sure enough. Signed for by Stiglette. And then, real quick, Auto Kennel. We haven't talked too much about Auto Kennel, but Auto Kennel was the premier sponsor for the Jay Leno Show. And, we did a lot of talk about it and a lot of blurbs and all this stuff during the Jay Leno Show, but we haven't talked about it since. So I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Paul Kennel of the Auto Kramers, Paul Kramer from Auto Kennel, the Ed and the entire organization over here, there. Gee whiz. I think I'm stroking out, Lynn. Do you see
No,
smoke?
you're fine. No, I
Do you smell toast?
I smell toast. You're fine. You're all right.
Anyway, huge love to those guys. I have a feeling we'll be doing more with them in the future. But for the Jay Leno Show, they're the premier sponsor. So if you saw that show and you liked it, by all means, when you see Paul Kennel, tell him thank you and that you enjoyed it. So there. Without further ado, I think we've done the commercials, right? I don't need to do any more of that. Done, done, done. No, I need something from that. Here it is. No, Tradecraft Tuesday. Don't mind if I just play a little cleanup. I do still need this because this has got my notes. Jay Leno, Lisben, Brisbane, King of Hammers.
King of the Hammers.
We've got the AC on, which usually blows the smoke out. It's not happening today.
No,
It's not.
it's just
Maybe
lingering.
in my config I bumped the ducting or something. I'm gonna have to definitely see what's
It
going
looks
on.
like San Francisco on a summer afternoon.
It's rolling in. It's
just
rolling in. We're taking the show on location to come see Lyn Woodward. She was in Brisbane, then Lisben. Now we're in San Fran. Okay, all right. Well, that's it. Let's take a quick break. Allow you to enjoy these words from our friends at Oh So Delicious Hot Sauce. The hot sauce made by bears. When we come back, Lyn Woodward will be sitting right here in this chair, and I'll shut up.
Oh, so delicious. It's the hot sauce made by bears. Garlic and serrano mixed with love and care. You can put it on your eggs, pour it on your rice. It's great on a leg, it's better on a slice. It's oh so delicious. It's the hot sauce made by bears. Oh, so delicious hot sauce. Great on everything except oatmeal.
Get your bottle today at osodelicious.org. $1 from every bottle sold goes to the National Military Family Association.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I appreciate that. I've done that. I've 100% done that. And beyond that, when I was a kid, I used to have a PA in my car, like a whatever. Oh, sorry, everybody. Here, give me 1 second. I was supposed to do this while she was gone. Here, I'll tell you like this. So I used to have one of those megaphone dealies to attach to the CB. And I pulled up. Here, let me put you guys down for a second. It's easier for me to concentrate if I don't have to hold the iPad.
I don't know what's happening.
I know. You're on pause. Here we go. I've moved the Instagram audience over here,
Hi, Graham.
right? Oh, jeez, stuff falling. We'll figure it all out.
Falling off the wall.
We'll figure it all out. We'll figure it all out.
All right.
So that works. That's here.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
What did you ask me right before that?
We were talking
This
about
is for me?
calling people out on their littering.
Littering.
Like
I
thieves,
pulled up
like
behind
yeah.
a Porsche 911, which is the irony here, in Danbury, Connecticut.
Yeah.
And the guy, I can't remember if it was littering. It might have been a cigarette. But either way, no, it was littering. It was definitely littering. It was a cup of soda. Now I'm remembering it visually. He poured it out and then dropped the cup too. And I went, you want to pick that up? And then nothing for a second. I was in a Honda Accord hatchback. There was no way this was a police car, right?
So intimidating.
So he was clearly thinking about it. Nothing. Then very slowly, the driver's door opened a little bit, shut, and the light changed, and he drove away. And I was like,
Yes.
win! Totally won! Porsche jerk.
I've definitely
Need this.
I've definitely returned things to people.
This is
Everyone's gonna be like, I can't really
this is
hear
where the
her
people are
very
not- yeah.
well.
Thank God we're not on Smoking Tire. Their people would have ripped me to shreds.
Oh yeah, that guy's so unprofessional.
No, he's awesome, but that happened to me the other day.
It did?
Yeah, I was doing do you want to hear about me? I want to hear about you.
Oh no, I like hearing about it. This is a
Welcome back. How's
Thank
that?
you.
We are sitting
thank
here
you
with
so much. I love being here.
international race car driver and what were you? Were you there racing or just vacationing?
No, I was on vacation.
Oh, amen. God bless you.
You.
Good for you.
Who does that? I haven't done that in a long time. Where there was no, it wasn't about a car. It wasn't about I didn't drive for a whole week. Today, coming over here was the first time I've gotten in a car in a week.
No.
It was very interesting. I had to kind of remember how to do stuff.
Well, then let's back it up. So welcome back from wherever you went.
Thank
Why did
you.
you go away? And how are you back? And tell me anything you want to tell me about your trip, and then we'll talk about Jay Leno and the rest.
Yeah. So, it was a very last minute trip, which is, I kind of love those unexpected things that just sort of happen that you don't really necessarily have planned. But I was
Like
supposed to split like today, spontaneous. I was supposed to go on a vacation with my parents, and that fell through for, whatever reason. And we were going to go to Maine, and that was going to be great. But it didn't happen. And I actually...
Was there a reason for Maine? Is that a family thing? Or
Yeah, my mom grew up in Maine.
Oh,
Yeah.
love Maine.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
gorgeous. You eat your body weight in lobster every time you're there,
It's
right?
cheap there. People don't get it.
I
It's
know,
cheap
it's
where
so
in
good.
New England. Yeah.
It's like, they have a
I
lot
grew
of
up
it.
on
It's
lobster.
so
I was like, okay,
fantastic.
fancy boy. I was like, no,
No,
it was
no,
cheap.
it's
You
just
get
normal.
twin lobsters for $10.
Yeah. So anyway, we kind of had to pivot a little bit about that holiday. It didn't really work. It didn't, just wasn't going to happen. And then Emmy Hall, who is
Love
a
Emmy.
very good friend of mine. She's also a fellow automotive journalist, and she is a driver in the Rebel Rally. She and her navigator, Rebecca Donaghy. Rebecca she's a producer as well as a amazing navigator. Because, she does all the things. And
Didn't I meet you and Emmy at the same time doing the Smoking Tire podcast? I
Yeah.
think you and Emmy were on, and
we
that was
were on
when
at the
we
same
all
time.
met.
That was when we met.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's awesome.
So Rebecca was like, I feel like I might want to move to Portugal and might want to move to Lisbon. So I'm going to go try it out for a couple months before the rally. We're doing the rally all again in October. She's going to come back at the end of August. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to go out there. We actually took her out for her birthday now it was like 2 weeks ago. It was on a Monday or a Tuesday that we took her out. And she said, yeah, you guys should come out. Like, I'm flying to Portugal. I have this apartment. It has an extra room. You guys should come out and visit. And Emmy looks at me and she's like, what are you doing next week? And I looked at her and I was like, nothing. Now that I'm not going on vacation with my parents, well, what are you doing next week? And she's like,
Way to
nothing.
swap out vacations. Like,
so she's
way
like, do
and
you want to
trade
go
up,
to,
by the way,
she's
from
like,
Maine
do you
to-
want to go to Portugal? And I was like, yeah. So we did. We literally 10 days later, we were on airplanes. Both. We didn't fly out together because she's a United person. I'm a Delta person.
Oh,
so we
pardon me.
kind of flew
Different
out.
miles, sure, of
Different
course.
miles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. But we flew out there. We were there for a week, Thursday to Thursday, and it ended up being 5 full days in Lisbon because I left So I left Lisbon. I woke up and went to the airport at 3:00 this morning, Lisbon time. So that would have been 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 o'clock last night. I've basically been up since 7 o'clock last night, California time. 8 hours ahead.
Okay, I was going to say it's like London,
same
right?
as London.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if I say something weird, where's there a camera where I can talk into a camera? If I say something weird, it's because I'm jet lagged.
You look great. I
Do
mean,
I?
yeah, you
I
really
just
do.
showered like Nicole.
It's a big deal.
I washed my.
There's your shot.
There's the hair. Okay, yeah, I washed my hair. Looked a lot different before I washed it.
You are
So, yeah.
exactly right, though. The both of you got out. She can't walk anymore, but she waddles out, and you guys, you go, your hair.
We both washed it. That's what happens. I
You
guess.
both look great.
So yeah, it was an amazing trip. You know, it was. I mean, it was really chill. Like, these two ladies are really awesome people to go on vacation with, because Emmy would always say, like, no one was like, we have to get up at 7 and why aren't you awake, and I want to go to this thing, and nobody did that.
Normally travel with that type of person? I can't imagine.
Well, I mean, not intentional. I don't go on vacations anymore. You travel so much for work, and then suddenly you're like, all I want to do is just sort of stay home.
Yes.
And so this was really great because, we each had a couple of things that we wanted to go do. There was like this flea market that happens every Tuesday and Saturday just up the hill from where Rebecca was living. And I wanted, I thought, that'd be kind of fun to go see like people's stuff, just like
see what people's stuff is.
see what
there.
their stuff
It's a
is, like
cultural
what kind of shit they lay out there.
I love this.
Yeah.
East Coast flea markets and West Coast flea market. Well,
Are they totally
New England
different?
versus Los Angeles, totally different.
Really?
The Elephant's Trunk in Connecticut versus the Rose Bowl, different stuff.
Wow, that's awesome.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I just mean, like, I'm picking up on what you're laying
Yeah,
down
yeah.
here.
I
I'm into
wanted
that
to
also.
see, like, there was definitely a lot of Americana there. There were some cool car toys there. Like, I found a 959 RC car that didn't have the controls to it, but the car was, I mean, just really like cool stuff. A lot of like girly mags, like in different languages, which was sort of weird.
How many of those did you pick up?
Didn't buy any. Although Emmy and I were like, I wonder what that looks like, how different that looks, like what that, like
what's in over there?
old girly mags from like the 70s, like what they were.
Oh,
They were all old. They was all like vintage old
of course,
stuff.
because you don't sell new nudie magazines.
No. Yeah, that's that you're
gross.
keeping those.
Does it become less whatever it is when it's vintage?
Maybe it's more arty. I
what
don't
I'm
know.
asking, yeah.
I don't know.
Curious.
Whatever.
Right.
Who
Moving
knows?
on.
But yeah, like there was a lot of Americana stuff, a lot of like military uniforms. They're really good at making pottery and doing like porcelain stuff. So I actually bought a couple of pasta bowls that are, oh man, I had so much fun. So we did that.
Pasta bowls?
Yeah, like pasta.
I love
just
that.
Like,
A nice big pasta
a good
bowl.
big. I'll post it online and show you the pasta bowl. It's amazing. And I'm so happy that they made it here in one piece and they didn't break. Also, so it's obviously, I don't know if anyone has have you guys been to Portugal?
No.
Okay,
no.
so it's all of it is on the coast.
Well, I mean, I shouldn't
like
speak for you. I haven't.
It's a lot of fishing villages, and so like fish is a big theme in Portugal and in Lisbon, and the fish there is just amazing. Although it's really interesting because salted cod is like a huge it's like a huge part of their cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. You can't get that anywhere in Lisbon. It all comes from Norway, which is like the craziest thing. This guy that a friend who he helps run the Dakar lives there, and so we went and we hung out with him and his family for the day, and he told us that he's like, yeah, all this salted cod, he's like, it doesn't come from here, it comes from Norway. So we were all just like, wow, that's crazy. But anyway. Fascinating.
Well, my dad's family was Spanish growing up.
Okay.
And Portugal's not very far from Spain, right? Isn't
No.
it like a little annex island off
Yeah.
off of?
Here.
Is it, do they not like each other? I don't know much about it. I've never been.
I don't know if it's a don't like each other. I think they're just very different, you know.
I'm not basing this on anything. I just
Yeah,
there
I
always
don't-
was some sort of underlying tone with my dad, like I was like, and it's the Spanish spelling, not the Portuguese spelling or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff was
Yeah.
important.
I think. I mean,
Maybe my dad was racist
who knows?
against the Portuguese.
Who knows? No, I don't know. I mean, I
Not
think
likely.
that region, like sort of regionality stuff is very important there. You know, I know in Spain there's the Catalan area and then there's the Spain area, and
Well,
that
don't
those are very
the
different
dialects
things.
mean different things?
100%. Like in some parts of you don't speak Spanish, you speak Catalan,
Right.
and you speak Spanish in other places, and then in Portugal you speak Portuguese, and it's not the same.
Interesting.
Yeah.
South America is very similar too, where there's a lot of bleed over,
Yeah.
but nothing really is the same.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I will never ever pretend to think that I have any kind of expertise in that arena.
No, but I appreciate you letting us know because, like, I've
Yeah.
never been, and I'm guessing a lot of people on Instagram probably have never been.
I
and
learned
you too.
3 words while I was there.
Let's hear it.
The word 3, which is tresh, not trace,
Yeah.
tresh.
Is it with an H?
Dash. No, it doesn't. And it doesn't look like that either. So a lot of the sound, like a lot of the letters, like you can't phonetically speak Portuguese. Do you know how in Spanish or in French you can kind of
Yeah,
fake
figure it out.
You can't do that in Portuguese because like an N is like a J sound. It's like I mean that's not like that, but it's like really
Ryan.
it's really it's not user friendly, and so many people spoke English that I just felt really bad. I didn't speak anything. So trash 3 dash 10 and obrigada, which is thank you. I said that a lot.
So you were only able to order things in quantities of 3,
Yes,
10, and then
there
show
was
your appreciation.
There were 3 of us. So if I went to go get waters, I'd point at a thing and be like, trash. And I felt really smart. And then I'd hand the money over, and then I'd say, obrigada. And if you're a lady, you say obrigada. And if you're a dude, you say obrigado.
Oh, sure.
Because you're a dude.
And O.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you bring up an interesting point. Stiglette, somebody, I'm sorry, forgive me if I broaden this out just for a second.
Yeah.
Somebody the other day brought up a conversation that Stiglette, how yours is spelled, is actually the feminine
Yes.
orientation. Oh, well, here we go.
So when I originally started it, I thought I'd go STGLET. And my mom's like, well, if you do STGLETTE, it'll sound better. At the time.
Thanks, Mom.
But I actually think, like, looks-wise, it looks better.
Yeah.
Even though it's pronounced the
well,
same.
you got the Corvette thing. There's a vet thing you can
No,
tie
yeah, exactly.
into
So
there
you can
at
go
least.
along that mark. And so pronunciation-wise, like, yeah, no big deal. And then about kind of 6 months into my whole project, someone was like, well, I speak 7 languages, and, your international audience could get very confused about it. And I'm like, okay.
Pardon me.
Don't
how
mess
do- I
with
was
your
like,
international
should I do-
audience.
I was like, yeah. Well, I mean, according to Instagram, 10% of my followers are from Sheffield. Magnus Walker, one of
All
those.
right.
Oh, wow.
So,
Well done.
That's awesome.
and so I was just looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I think I'll leave it the way it is. And so it's just always stuck. But yeah, I never really thought of it like the Latin language with masculine and feminine.
Fair enough.
I just
Somebody
like that
brought
you're
it up.
doing analytics on your Instagram page. Like I don't even
Oh, yeah.
I don't
that's-
even know how to do that.
People do that now. It's
Do
a,
they?
It's a business now. Yeah.
I-
I don't know how to do it. I've never known how to do it. But
I'm
people
still
who
don't
do-
have like the check mark, and I'm not like I'm not verified or whatever,
that.
or the. This
I
is
would
a,
like that, though.
This
The
is a
truth is, I would
professional
like that.
account. You would?
Yeah. I
What
don't
does it take to do that?
Don't know, but I don't know why I'm even saying that because I don't care if it says 100,000 followers. I don't care
right.
about that. I don't
you
care
just
about
want
the
the
number.
check mark.
I was gonna say secretly, except I just told you everybody. I do kind of care
You've
about that. I haven't
arrived.
done anything to try to get it. Like I think you can actually contact Instagram
It's
and
like
try
a
to
full
get it.
time job. No, you
Well, I've
I'm
heard
just
like you have to know
exhausted.
people within the industry and they can do it for you.
What industry?
Yeah, social media industry.
The
Yeah.
media industry.
I mean, because if it's the media industry, we know people.
Yeah,
we know a lot of people.
I mean, honestly, I'm not losing
I
sleep
haven't
over that
actually
little
tried to get
check
it.
mark. You have?
No, I haven't actually tried to get
I
it.
have not.
But now
I
that we're
don't
talking
really
about it, we
care.
should both try. You want to do a race? So you guess it first.
What you got to do is create a bunch of fake accounts.
That's
and
what
then
somebody
for sure
else
they'll
said.
verify you.
See,
A
Byron
lot of fake. Oh, fake for me.
Yeah, like
Byron
impersonate
Bowers
yourself,
was
and then
See how much work this is, you guys. I don't.
That's what I
no,
said. He
I
explained
don't
that
care.
he said you can do it, but it's a hustle. You got to start a bunch of fake ones that make it look like they're pretending to be you. Then
No.
you contact the place.
I don't care enough.
Be like, look at all these guys trying to be me.
I need verification.
And they're all on your cell phone.
Then
They're
do they
all
make you
you
change? Then do they make you change it to like the real Jay Ryan?
Yeah, I have that already, I think.
You
Or real
do?
Jay Ryan, yeah.
You have more than one?
No.
You do.
No.
I only have
I
one.
don't. Good. I mean, there's good vibes. And there's
Well, yeah,
what
right.
What are you driving today?
I only have one. I don't.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
I can only handle one thing
Unless
at a
you
time.
have multiple businesses,
I
think
don't.
one's good.
One business is plenty,
People get confused with their own shit. So
right?
and I can't keep my own stuff straight, so I don't expect anyone else to. But then only have one.
One's plenty. I can handle that.
Thank you, Stiglette. I'm sorry. You're welcome to stay there, but thank you.
Yeah.
I meant to ask you that, so thanks for doing it on the air. Stiglette. And if you did just
Stiglette.
the LET, it looks like Stiglette. Like that could be, Stiglette.
For my
But
French
see,
followers.
but in French,
Right, like Target.
But if that were French, you could sort of phonetically sound it out. But if that were in Portuguese, it would sound something like
Stufnu.
Stiglette.
Yes, I'm ticklish.
What? And you'd be like, where did the SH come from? Because I don't see that anywhere here.
And it's only in the pronunciation. It's not actually written. There is no SCH or any of that. Nothing.
To my Portuguese followers or future Portuguese followers, I'm sorry for the confusion.
I don't think that's actually a thing, but it was it's tough. And then when because we do this all the time, instead of saying thank you, we'll say, hey, thanks, or hey, yeah, blah, whatever. You just sort of
You're
like,
awesome.
you
Get you next
lose,
time.
you
Way to be
lose
a bro.
words. And so we're trying to like wrap our heads around the correctness of what to say. And then some people are throwing out they don't say like obrigado, they just say brigado. Brigado. And then we're like, oh my gosh, this is a new wrinkle in this scenario. Like, do we say that? Are we like,
Do you think the English language is messed up, or is the Americans of it all? Because I don't know how. I mean, there definitely
I
the English
think
language. There's a lot of
English
this-
is the hardest language to learn, maybe outside of Russian. I've heard Russian is very difficult
Maybe
to learn.
Mandarin too.
different.
Mandarin, well, because that's just like a whole different thing. There's
That's
like
true.
symbols and stuff like that. I mean, you're not even.
Bushman, I think.
I don't know. I totally understood what you just said.
Then is that a yes?
kidding.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right.
So I don't know. I mean, English is hard because of all of our weird tenses and there, and would, and like I just, it's like.
That's what I'm getting at, though. I think it's the people. I think the people screwed up, because especially with what you were saying before, like everyone, it's people are not Americans specifically. I've noticed in the last few years specifically, as it's become irksome to me. Instead of just speaking to communicate, people speak to be clever. They speak to whatever. They try to say the same thing in a fancy way because, like, I'm different than everybody. Like, all of that stuff is good and great if you're writing an article or
Sure.
if you're,
Yeah.
writing anything. But when you're just doing a social media post or whatever, like, communicate. Just get the easiest A to B, the shortest straight line kind of a deal.
To me, the biggest thing that I just can't understand is the lack of grammar.
All right. Well, that's
Like just the run-on sentences. It's like that makes me do so much work, and then I just think, okay, forget it, because you lost me at.
So maybe I'm misidentifying the problem. It may be it may be what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Just people and their lack of grammar skills.
Well, and I think you're doing this, and you want it to be really fast, and so you just don't even put a period in there and have a capital, and so there's no complete thoughts. And as a writer, like to me, there's so much lost in that. The translation of that, and I find language fascinating, and I love working with words and trying to figure out a interesting way to say things. So to me, it's it's sort of an abomination, and it's just hard to understand. I mean, you're just like, wait, I don't want to spend 20 minutes on a piece of text that's this big trying to figure out what you're trying to say. There's ways to do it, so I don't have to do all the heavy lifting for you. I mean,
so maybe that's what I'm getting down
Yeah,
to. It does
maybe.
come down to the discipline in the craft.
yeah.
So maybe how do we make
We don't.
to be a published
We're
writer?
just
you actually
grumpy
have to
old
have
people
skills.
now.
Is that what it is?
Get off
Nothing's
my
as good as
lawn.
it used to be.
Yes, young people today.
Our
Yeah.
grandparents were in the war. What did yours do?
That's right. Yeah. We had to go to school uphill both ways with our chalkboard and no shoes.
That was our grandparents had that.
Yeah,
You
I
had to
know.
do that too? No
I had to
way.
ride the RTD. If anyone grew up in Los Angeles and you know what the RTD was,
I know.
Rapid Transit District. So it was the public bus. Yeah, I wasn't sort of like mollycoddled as a young child.
Mollycoddled.
I had to, when I was like 12, 13, I was on public transportation, like going to school.
I've never heard these terms, but I'm not surprised. Mollygog.
Well,
Mollygag, I know, but mollygog, I've never heard.
No, it's coddled.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
Mollygog.
No, maybe it's British.
Lollygag and mollygog.
Maybe it's British.
The days
No,
and nights of
yeah, I mean, it
mollygog.
was different when we were kids, right? I mean, that was just like, they
But are
just
we
were
old
like,
now? Because I don't
"Bye."
feel old. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're trying to tell
No,
me?
no one who's old feels
That's what
old.
you're trying to tell me?
My grandmother, when she was 91 and living in a home, like my mom was trying to get her out of her room, and she literally said to my mom, like, I'm not going out there with those old people. I'm like, you're the oldest person here.
Yeah.
No one feels old. I mean, I'm sure you all both still feel like you're 25.
Less for me.
Yeah?
How about you?
Every day is different.
Yeah. I don't feel like 25 was horrible, but
I'm
35.
like 19 or 20.
35
myself.
maybe. I just feel like, I'm just the same thing. Except you look in the mirror and
I
you're
don't
like,
know
that
what
is not the
this
same thing.
supposed to feel like. Yeah.
That's the
So
thing. It's like,
kind of
yeah.
fluid. Like, what does it feel like?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm in a weird situation because I'm in pain or like outer space all the time. So
Right.
Good luck.
Right. Well, this is a very
it's
weird
all about
thing.
emotional and how you feel for me. And like
Totally.
it's not just your emotional intelligence, but like your emotional age really plays a role too.
Yeah.
And I was one of those people who was an adult from almost birth
Mm-hmm.
till like whenever, and to the point of kind of missing out on a lot of childhood things that you're supposed to do,
Same,
like
yeah,
high
yeah.
school and like regular shit.
Yeah.
And then when all of this crazy startup podcast, like our life went to hell and basically imploded. Everything we were building or working towards that we thought we wanted or were making kind of imploded. Life reshuffle, God, lightning bolts, all the stuff, whatever.
Sure.
When we picked it up, we followed our childhood dream. Well, me especially, but like
Yeah.
followed the childhood dreams, and you went back to that place, and it's almost like I picked up right where I left off when I made a little screwed up, and when I was 18. I don't know if you even know that story. I don't want to talk about it today, but do you know that I stole this microphone from David Letterman when I was 18?
No, but I would like to hear that
No, it's
story
totally
at
true.
some
And
point.
then I came
Okay.
and brought him another one back to his house, and then he used that one on the show for years and years and years,
Okay.
here and there. But like, it took me off of that. I had such shame for this thing because I didn't like come clean. I stole this fucking thing as a
Yeah.
kid, and I had that with me that I just never pursued what I was working towards as a kid.
Yeah.
So 20-something years of getting real jobs in the industry, working, meeting my wife, all these wonderful things. When the life imploded and we went sort of back,
Yeah.
we picked it up right where we left off. So
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I was 18. It was like 2 or 3 years later. So I'm like, all right, 20, maybe 20, maybe 20.
Yeah. Oh, so mentally
That's how
you
I
are
feel.
okay.
Yeah, only
That
because
makes sense.
we literally picked it up from where, like, what I was going to do. My plan as a kid, like, all right, do this show and get people to come. Like, it would have been great
But
in
that's awesome.
1995.
But that's awesome though.
It is. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But because of all of that, I now, like, I regressed. I had like this emotional regression thing where I went back, and it was almost like we I don't know. You did it too. It's just not the exact same thing.
You go backward. Like, you can't help but not unless you're trying to. I mean, looking forward is always good, but
Yeah.
to figure out who you are and what you're doing, like,
Totally.
you might have to go backwards sometimes.
Yeah.
And that
Introspection, all that stuff.
Yes.
sounds
Yes.
awful to say. Like, everyone, that you're supposed to not want to be younger at some point. Thinking wise, like the whole
Right.
point is to get better.
I'm like Jeffrey the giraffe. I don't want to grow up.
But
That's awesome.
you have to accept that you go back at some point. Like, it is
Sure.
what it is.
Listen, I don't listen to
cyclical.
I don't listen to any music that was made after 1989.
Oh, that's not, about 95 or 96 is my cutoff also.
Seriously,
Yeah.
like
Dave
I
Matthews and
really
Blues Traveler
don't.
for
Like
me.
that's it. Like
What would be the band cutoffs? I'm trying to think 89. Like, what were you listening to? Or what's your pocket? Because, like, that could be Billy Joel or it could be Janet Jackson.
My taste. Okay, so in that way, my tastes are changing for sure. Like, so I was talking. I can't remember who I was talking to. I can't remember much of anything anymore. But
You've been up for a long time today.
I really have. But no, like some of the classics that were definitely around, and like Bob Seger and
great.
like.
But that'll
Like you
never
listen
go
to
out.
the, but I hated
If
that
it-
stuff when I like the Chevy commercial.
I
like,
was just gonna say, if it made its way into commercials, it's timeless.
I
Because
know, but
the
I
jingles go
I
forever.
didn't appreciate it at the time, and I was just
Like a
turn.
rock.
I know, but now you listen to the lyrics of a Bob Seger song, and you're like, yes,
He's standing up for what he believes.
Yes,
Give me liberty or give me death.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, "Turn the Page" is like one of the best songs ever.
Yeah.
So good. And then like The Cure.
I get this.
The Cure. Like I was not into like alternative like K-rock music. I was more of a Kiss FM music person when I was
Top
a
40
kid.
typey?
Totally poppy, like Cyndi Lauper and Madonna and like that kind of stuff.
She was
Same.
Jamie and Danny.
So it's not. I get
And
it.
now I'm kind of like, oh, The Cure was really good. Like those were all like super good songs. But yeah, no, that's usually what I'll listen to. Little country music.
Oh, a little country music. Where
Yeah.
did you pick that up?
I picked that up in the early 90s
But here
at
in
grad
Los
school.
Angeles?
No, Northern California of all places.
Still.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like-
Palmdale, I could see. Like, you know what I mean? There's like
No,
some country
Berkeley.
out there. Wow.
Dixie Chicks country or like real country?
Yeah,
That's a
like
good
Dixie
question.
Chicks, like like the
Top 40
Chicks, top 40
Clint
country.
Black type.
Totally, yeah. A good run of bad luck. Clint
Even
Black.
though
Clint Black
some of
was
the-
Yes, the
universally
Judds.
liked because he was so damn good looking and charming.
Yes, the Judds, Garth Brooks. Yeah.
The
Tim
Judds.
McGraw.
Hang
That
on, what
song
about,
by Tim McGraw. Don't take the girl.
Oh, I know
Oh
that
my
one.
God!
Oh, wow.
Listen to that song, people. You'll
What-
understand.
What about, you know who I'm thinking of? Miley Cyrus's dad.
Billy
Billy
Oh,
Ray
Billy
Cyrus.
Ray. Yeah, I was never. I'm not into the ponytail thing.
No, that's okay. We,
Like
she
I don't
used to
like
work.
that. Oh.
She used to work with him, so like we
Oh,
went
yeah?
to Nashville and like stayed with him at the house. Like I've been in,
Yeah.
we've been in Miley Cyrus's bedroom and stuff. It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre.
Super creepy.
It was not. It was so weird. It wasn't weird being in the achy breaky heart guy's house. It was weird when he was
Oh,
like
yeah,
giving
yeah.
us a tour and he's like, and here's Miley's bedroom. Like, what? I mean, I
She,
didn't
you
ask to
know,
come see
you
that.
know, she lives or at least used to live in Toluca Lake. You guys are neighbors.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Last time I saw her was at the Maxim 100 party with Craig Robinson, like
Oh,
8
no, you
years-
guase-
8 or
This
9
is
years
a
ago.
childhood bedroom. She was like,
Oh,
really
yeah,
young
yeah,
when
yeah.
you were there,
No.
but he's really proud of it.
I'll drive you by her house later
wow.
if you want to see it.
That's
Nice
hilarious.
house. Yeah, yeah. She's your neighbors.
That's very funny. No, I had no idea.
So yeah,
But her dad, the home in Nashville, was very cool.
I bet. So yeah, how did we get on? How did we start talking
Country
about
music.
country music?
The aging, you know, you never feel how old you
yeah,
are.
we were talking about Lisben.
Let's
So
do it
I
again.
do want to talk about some of the cars in Lisbon. So you know, there was a lot of fun doing some car spotting. There was a really good time. But there's a lot of cars there that we don't get here.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those like small like 2-door SUVs. Like we saw a Suzuki, like a bunch of Suzuki Jimneys there, which are just so
Jimneys?
super
Jimmy.
cute things.
A Jimmy.
Yeah, they're
Jimny?
like yeah.
Oh, GMC Jimmy.
Yeah.
What's a Jimny?
It's
Chimney?
Look it up. Have you not seen it?
Oh, that's just a prop.
Find a photo.
Stiglette, if you want to, well, forget it. Never mind. We'll do it in the future. I was going to say, if you want to use that computer, we could pull it up.
And then what else did we see there?
Jimny.
Saw-
Jimny.
Couple good classics. Now you're making me question whether I'm saying it right or not.
No, I believe you 100%. I'm picturing the Suzuki Samurai. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, no one else will be able to see that. But Eric, can anybody see that?
I'll put it in front of this camera here.
Super cute.
But that's the back of it.
But that's the new one. These were all old ones. Saw some Pajeros. There were a couple classics. I saw a 911 SC Targa.
That's
Made
cool.
me think of you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just because it's a Porsche?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
You know, like a German car in Lisbon.
Our Porsche.
But the car spotting was a lot of fun. Good defenders. I saw a Nissan Patrol, which was amazing. It was
Yeah.
like a government car, which I thought was
course
just
it was.
so awesome, and it had it was green with like a white roof. It looked so good.
Did
yeah,
you take is any of this stuff on your Instagram?
it's all on the grams.
Excellent.
Go check it
So
out,
should
people.
definitely go
I
to
looked. I posted cars that I was like things we don't get here.
Beyond that, not that you can tell on that tiny monitor, but 2 underscores.
2
1 N, 2 underscores. That's the trick, folks.
2 underscores.
1 N, 2 underscores.
Yeah. So the car spotting was really fun, and with the other thing. So this is so interesting. Remember, I was sort of like no one really had an agenda, and it was not really like we have to do this and then do this and then do this. And so consequently, we met a lot of really cool people, like just local people. So at one point, we were just walking down the street, and we heard some piano music. Someone was playing the piano, and Rebecca was like, "Let's go find out where that's coming from." And we walk into this tiny little cave-like bar where there's just one guy at this upright piano, and there's the bartender. It's the middle of the day, there's no one in there.
It's 5 o'clock on a Saturday.
We wish that he knew that song. He did not know that song, but it sounded like he was playing something from West Side Story, and I don't know. I don't know if that's what he was playing, but Emmy and I heard it, and I
live in America.
started singing it. And then we all walked into this bar, and he played Stand By Me, and we all were just singing Stand By Me. And I mean, we literally spent 20 minutes in there with this guy, Rodrigo.
Was there anyone else in the bar?
No.
Was it just the piano player and the bartender?
Just the piano player, the bartender, and the three of us, like crazy American chicks.
But you had a round of drinks while you were in there?
No drinks. There was no drinking. We just like hung out there and
went
sang.
To the piano. Wow.
We sang. What else did? Oh, we did we did One More for the Road, a Frank Sinatra, that Sinatra song, which was
Ben
so
Mittler
great.
sang it to Johnny on the last. Yeah.
Wasn't that just the most amazing thing?
That's
yeah.
a great song.
So, but you know,
Set 'em up, Joe.
Set 'em up, Joe. Yeah. So good. But it was great because the people, there were moments like that when we met these local people really randomly, but it was such a great experience, and they were so kind. This one lady, we were in a church just looking around, and I really had to go to the bathroom, and so I went into the office area, and I was like, is there a bathroom? And this lady was like, she's like, you come with me. We'll go to the coffee shop across the street. I don't know what I'm sounding like right now, but she's like, we'll go across the street, we'll buy a coffee, you can use the thing. She's like, or you can come to my house and you use my the bathroom in my house. She's this older woman, just widowed woman who, was probably in her 80s. And she just was walking with a cane, and she was talking to us the whole way. We went to this coffee shop. She bought us these traditional Portuguese pastries to try. And she's like, this is what this is. And I'm like, would you do that for any tourist here? Would you be like, come over to my house and use my bathroom? No, I wouldn't do that.
No, but would she do it to anyone there, or was it you guys?
I don't know. Maybe. Okay, maybe you have a
they're
point.
Nice girls.
Maybe nice girls. Maybe you have a point. But people were so friendly and so lovely and really just like so helpful and understanding and like excited that we were so excited to be there. So it was, and we just always have a fun time with those ladies. They're pretty crazy.
The three of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you traveled together before?
No, that's the first time we've ever really traveled. I mean, Emmy and I have gone on press trips before.
Yeah.
But this was This was a whole different animal.
Because no agenda, you're just
no
floating.
agenda, no schedule,
In
no
the
have
sun.
to be here for that, have to do this for this.
Isn't that the best
Yeah,
way to go?
I really wish so. If my
Carefree
navigator Sedona had she's still waiting for her passport. I guess there's like some backlog that's like 20 weeks to get your passport now. So if you guys need...
Whoa, seriously?
Yeah, if anyone is there, if their passport's about to expire...
Do it.
Start the process now because it's taking a long, long time.
I've still got a couple years, but I'm already thinking about it. I'm like,
Right?
gee whiz,
It's
should we
taking
do it now?
it's taking a long time. But honestly, if Sedona had gotten hers, we would have kidnapped her and taken her with us because the four of us would have been a lot of fun.
Was she she's your navigator
Yeah.
not on Rebel Rally because you did
Yeah.
that with Emmy. Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, you and Emmy both competed in the Rebel Rally.
Correct.
Separately.
Yeah, against each other.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Well, how did you guys finish?
Well, we beat them last year, but they were in a pre-production Rivian. And it was that
I
beta
forgot
test.
about
It was
that.
that beta testing.
She had all sorts of stories about that. I forgot.
Yeah. So they're doing it again in the Rivian, and this is going to be more of a production Rivian because the battery was pre-production. Like I think they had some like control arms that were pre-production. So now this year it's on. I'm going to say that to the camera. It's on.
I hate to skip around.
I
but
can't even say that seriously.
I can't even take you seriously.
No,
It's
but they've
on.
won it twice. I mean, they have nothing to prove. We've came in fourth. Like that's our best finish. So they're studs.
What do you think? I heard a rumor about this the other day, and when I thought about it, I was like, maybe. Do you think there's any chance that Tesla would buy Rivian?
God, I don't know.
I know that seems weird, but apparently with the Tesla
Is
space
that
launch
a-
or whatever,
is
they
that a
were
rumor?
shuttling the astronauts in, or the the billionaires, whatever, however you want to call it. They were shuttling them in Rivians. Apparently, I didn't see it. I just heard about it.
But not with SpaceX, right? Wasn't that the Bezos? The Bezos? How do you say his name? Jeff Bezos. Bezos, I think is funnier.
Yeah, I don't know. Whichever one the other day.
Whichever gazillionaire just
TikTok
went up
doesn't
into
matter.
space for fun.
Yeah.
For funsies.
For funsies.
Let's spend up. Yeah. Anyway. I don't know. That would be super weird.
What do you
I
think
did
about the
hear him
Cybertruck?
say. I did hear like Elon say like this could be a real a real turd. He basically just like pooped all over his project just in case like it doesn't do well.
The Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's real, the Cybertruck? I don't think it's remotely real. And I'm not like a Matt Farah, I hate Elon guy. I'm not like that at all. I just don't think it's real.
The cynic in me really thinks that was a huge Ponzi scenario.
Yeah. The moment that he threw the rock through the window of the unbreakable glass, I was like, oh, we're all being had. This is just a thing. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
I
Literally
just
the
don't
night
see any
before,
way.
he was like, we need some thunder. Like, we can't, like, go out of the LA Auto Show or whatever it was.
Whatever
LA,
it
the
was.
LA Auto Show, I think 2019. So it was the end of 2019. We need a little funding. We need a little boost. We need a little, like, we need to zazz things up just a little bit.
But not too clean, with a little bit of controversy.
You guys have, like, 10 days to put some shit together. Go. And that's what they came up with was like
all straight lines, please.
Yeah.
No corners or no roundings.
$100 will get you one of these. I mean,
That's what I just-
apparently they're building the place where they're going to make these things, but
I think they'll make something.
is it going to look like? Is it going to look like that? Can that? I mean, what is the
It's
like?
ridiculous.
Can that even pass like safety?
That's what I said.
requirements?
DOT would never approve
Like-
those pointy edges and all of the stuff. In order to make that stuff work, it would need to be like stainless steel, and you would never.
I saw
it's
a
just
great
never gonna
meme
happen.
once that was like a kid's drawing that was like, Elon drew this when he was 4. Here's my truck, yay!
Yep.
And I thought that was super cute. I
If it
don't
were
know.
true.
It's probably true. I'm sure it's true. I'm enjoying the ride and watching it all play out. It'll be funny to see.
Do you want to talk about Jay Leno?
Yeah, let's talk about Jay Leno.
You know him.
I do know him. Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. So my most liked picture on Instagram is of me in a denim shirt standing next to Jay Leno in his denim outfit.
Oh, look who's analyzing their analytics.
I just you know, like, oh my gosh, they don't like me, they like Jay Leno.
Well, yeah.
You know.
That's what happens when you have famous friends. It's
fine.
I think you're terrific, though, in your own right, and Jay Leno thinks you're terrific because I've been with you and Jay Leno together.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Whoa. Is there anything specific you wanted to talk about, Jay Leno? I can't remember why we brought him up.
No, so I would have been really fascinated to be a fly on the wall when he came in here and experienced the set and what his thoughts were about it.
Yeah.
I should probably watch the show.
No, it's
I'm
all right.
really at time.
You're right. Everything you said, you're right about. And there were 2 reasons that I was hesitant to ask him, and it had neither one of which had anything to do with our little podcast.
Did you think maybe this would be like a trigger? Like a PTSD trigger?
I didn't think that. But the Letterman of it all
Yeah.
is a thing because, he sort of made himself sitting next to Letterman.
I saw the movie of the week, dude. I saw that late night or whatever
Well,
that.
we talk about that quite a bit.
Really?
Oh, I asked him if he hid in the closet. I asked him.
Oh
all-
yeah,
we,
okay.
we go deep.
I totally need to watch that episode.
So there was the Letterman side of things. I just wasn't sure how he would receive it, which was very well, thankfully. And then the other side was that he. Do you remember the Rupert Pupkin? Do you remember that movie, No, you don't. Okay. Well,
What-
Jay Leno does. There was a movie in the 80s
Kings of comedy.
called The King.
Oh, yeah.
The King of Comedy, not to be confused
Oh,
with
the Kings of
Comedy.
okay.
The King of Comedy. It was a Martin Scorsese movie with Robert De Niro as an obsessed fan over a Jerry Lewis playing Johnny Carson type thing. It's
Okay.
from like 1980. I had never seen it, but it's about this kid who basically, this guy who like sets up the little set in his basement and does the little fake show, not for anybody. He's
Okay.
just like kind of a little nuts, and then they like eventually kidnaps the Johnny Carson guy. Like it's a whole thing, but then in the end, he ends up getting the show and being really good. It's like it's a mind fuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. Anyway.
Interesting. Sorry, audience.
So I had seen a clip of him where he was somebody, USA Today or something, asked him, when he was going off the air, hey, are you going to take anything from the set, like any kind of souvenirs or anything? And his response was, the furniture isn't really nice. Like you wouldn't really want to sit on the couch.
Right.
And he goes, and I wouldn't want to like take it home with me and recreate it in my house like some weird guy playing Rupert Pupkin. He literally says all of this stuff in a clip.
like, hi.
So I asked him, and he's like, it's a little bit like Rupert Pupkin. I go, I'm glad you said that. And then I played the clip.
Yeah. No, that's
It's
awesome.
embarrassing. It is what it is.
No, I think it's cool. I just was
that was-
wondering,
it
like,
was
just
a-
that whole, because that was a huge rivalry. That was a huge controversy.
Yeah, but before that, it was where Leno made himself.
Yeah.
He was, doing dates and everything, but he learned television by sitting next to Dave and those guys kind of bantering back and forth. There's a guy named Don Giller, shout out to Don Giller, who has a YouTube channel with the whole archive of Letterman.
Really?
He's the only one with like, what do you call it, the approval of Worldwide Pants, or he's
Yeah.
sanctioned by Worldwide Pants.
Okay.
And he put up 2 of the 3 collections of Jay Leno on Letterman, and it was like 4 hours long of appearances just from
Wow.
80 to 86 or something like that. Something ridiculous.
Didn't he do?
He was on hundreds of
But
times.
he did a lot of Carson too. I mean, he was the
Well,
one.
he eventually, but
He would
that-
sub
no,
in for Johnny, right?
later.
Okay.
After
Oh.
he learned his TV chops next to Dave at 12:30.
Interesting.
And apparently, as the story goes, Dave was always trying to get him into the Carson camp to try to help out a friend because they weren't sweet on him,
Interesting.
and they were sweet on Dave.
Wow. All right.
A lot of backstory. Who knows?
I
But
love
anyway,
it.
so it was cool for him to be back in the chairs again and stuff like
That's
that.
so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's remarkable. I mean, I don't know how old he is. I can guess, what, late 70s?
I think, early mid-70s.
He just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. I mean, he is just one of those people that's like, I need to work. I want to do stuff. I got my hands in this and I got my hands in that. And I want to do some of this. And I'm going to start a this. And I'm on that show. And I've got I'm just like.
And he's really doing it. None of it's half-ass.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible. It's awesome.
He's doing You Bet Your Life now. They're bringing back You Bet Your Life.
Oh, I
The old-
think,
the old
yeah.
Groucho
I read
Marx
that.
show. Yeah, so that's what he
See?
was here promoting.
The guys that I'm not going to be promoting my new game show, my talk show, my brand new talk show on the network.
No. Can we talk about you and your automotive reviews? Is that all
Yeah.
still happening?
Oh man, there's
All's well?
so much. So now that
It's for Kelly Blue Book, can I
now
say?
that COVID is not a thing anymore, or it's a thing again,
Coming
or
back,
it
yeah.
wasn't, and now it is again, or whatever. I mean, who knows? Yeah, I mean, things are just starting to heat up a lot. Like the next couple weeks is going to be really interesting. So we just did the Bronco, the first drive of the new Bronco, which
Ooh.
was
Which
fun.
one did you get?
I drove a bunch of them. I drove the. To me, I think really the sweet spot would be the black diamond because that has enough of the bells and whistles on it to get you off road and do
Okay.
some of the good stuff. I
An authentic
probably
off-roader.
wouldn't do a Sasquatch because those tires on the road. Those are going to take some getting used to for people driving those. I mean, you brake really hard on those things and your whole back end
Shimmy,
is like,
shimmy. We've got to wobble.
Yowza. So, but to me, like the black diamond, the 2-door with that short wheelbase is good. On the road, it's great. I mean, it drives really, really nicely on the road as well as does so much stuff off road.
I
So
just saw today they're going to come out with a Raptor version or a Raptor
I'm
Bronco.
sure, listen, I'm sure they are.
Isn't
Who
that
knows?
That's ridiculous to me. That's going to be nuts.
It's all ridiculous. But now, I mean, you watch the rivalry between Jeep and Ford.
Big time.
And it's just like, they're just like ratcheting these things up until it's like, this one's going to have like, nitrous in it. And it's going to be able to, go 2.3 seconds, 0 to 60, as well as go over the moon rocks. And you're just like, no,
the
we don't.
one-upsmanship seems to be both in power and then also in like coach work, comfortability, like
entire
luxury
size.
stuff. Oh, that's true too.
Entire size. 35s are the new 32s and 33s. It's like, yeah.
16 inches was the biggest you could buy.
I know. But you know what? But I love the competition. I think it's definitely breeding some innovation and a lot of really interesting stuff. And I am going to be driving the new Raptor soon. The new Wagoneer is coming up. I'm going to be in New York for that. And
is that? Do we know anything about it? Because I've seen,
not yet.
I've seen the spy photos of it.
Yeah.
And it was not at all what any of us really expected.
No, I don't. I literally just found that out today as I was landing from Lisben.
Oh, really?
That I'm going to do that.
We all kind of imagined it would have sort of that shape, that shark-looking front.
The pointy thing like this at the top.
All of it. No, that's the Cybertruck.
I know.
No, but
the
you remember
Raptor Cybertruck.
The Wagoneer had that, the overhang front.
Oh,
like
you mean
like
the
a
Wagoneer?
Shark. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just wood and everything else. And then when it came out, this picture, like the rendering or whatever I saw, it looked basically like the Jeep Range Rover. And I was like, wow, it's beautiful.
I mean, it's
just going for the luxury market, though, right? Is that
100%. It's the full size luxury thing.
So this is a
competing with
$120,000 car,
Escalade kind of and the like a really tricked out Suburban or a Tahoe. That's the space.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm really liking what Jeep's doing these days, though. I've always liked Jeep, just a Wrangler guy.
Have you been in that 392 in the V8?
Yes, but I haven't driven it. I've been in it. Johnny Lieberman had it, and we were at Peterson together. And he was like, "Come on, go start it!" And now hit the exhaust button and rev it up. And so we were going nuts in the exhaust, doing like videos and stuff.
Yeah.
In the garage, rather. But he said it's like the best of everything you could possibly have because it doesn't even take the hit in the. You get all that power.
Yeah.
And then you don't even take the hit in the gas mileage because the old one was not so great.
Yeah. Very true.
What do you think of it?
I think it's so unnecessary, but it's so amazing. Like, it's great. I mean, it's awesome. The steering on those, I just don't like. I mean, I'm not a fan of like the steering in those. But as far as capability wise, like you don't even need to turn your locker, like to lock your lockers on those to go up some really, really technical stuff. So it's bulletproof. It's so amazing. So yeah. But they're all just one-upping each other, and it's, that's great. I think Jeep, the day that the embargo lifted on the Bronco driving impressions was the day that, or 2 days before Jeep, like, came out with their Extreme package, which threw, like, 35-inch tires and, like, all this stuff on there, and you're just like, okay, I
McDonald's and Burger King all over again.
So good. Yeah, bring back the McRib, guys. Come on. So funny. It's so funny. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot happening. Travel's starting to kind of come back. I know a bunch of colleagues who just got back from Switzerland doing the Mercedes EQS drive, and there's a BMW, I think it's the X4 or the something. I don't know, some new electric-y thing.
Oh gosh.
So yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So yeah, so things are definitely things are heating up.
Well, that's good.
It's exciting. And of course the car shows are back. So the Chicago car show just happened. It was a little lean from what I saw. Like there weren't a whole lot of manufacturers there. But New York is happening in August. We're actually not going to be going. And yes, I work for Kelley Blue Book. So if you want to fund my reviews, you can go onto our Kelley Blue Book YouTube channel, and that's where you can find us. Or
very entertaining as well as informative. Right?
We really kind of pride ourselves on that. I mean, to me, what I do is a lot of fun. I love cars. I love driving. And I don't understand why so many, like, especially video presenters literally talk about it like they're talking about styrofoam. I just don't understand that. Like, get excited about it, like, because it's fucking cool what you do. Like, it's neat and funny and like fun. So, but I think, yeah, I mean, to me, there's really, you can find something good about any car that you're looking at these days. Like, cars are so good. And, you know, even if you're driving a Nissan Sentra, you can find a lot of good stuff about a Nissan Sentra. You don't have to be behind the wheel of a Pagani.
I happen to agree with that. One of my favorite, maybe my favorite new car is a Toyota Corolla. The new Corolla with
Corolla
the SC,
hatchback is awesome.
Super cool. It looks good. It drives great. It's
Yeah.
killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's that new Yaris. I think it's like the Yaris. What is it? The TR. The what is it? GR. The GR. We want to go to Japan just to go like test it, but we're not because we're not getting it here. But that's a cool little thing.
And what sucks is every country around the world is getting it.
Every
apart from
single
North America.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, this takes me back to my thing about Lisbon and how many cool cars there were there. So many wagons. You guys, just like wagons for days. Everywhere you look, it's like another wagon.
Everywhere but here, right?
Yeah, nobody likes the wagon here. I don't understand.
You like the wagon.
I have a wagon.
I like the wagon, too.
I'm not just a liker. I'm an owner.
Oh. You're walking the walk.
I am. I'm that guy. I mean, but yeah, this is fun stuff. Saw a lot of Corolla hatchbacks out there too, which we do get those here, so I like that. But you know, we got to do better.
Is there anything else that we should? I feel like we've hit the things we are supposed
We
to. I
were
feel like when it
supposed
comes
to
to
talk about?
we're doing a show, like, we've done the things we're supposed to.
Oh,
Are
I
you?
don't know.
How are you feeling?
I'm tired.
I bet you are. I can't believe you came over today. I'm so grateful. Thank
No,
you so much.
I love this. I mean, honestly, I wanted to do something to get me out of the house so that I wouldn't be asleep at 6 o'clock and then wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
So this is perfect.
Okay. Well, I am grateful.
This is perfect.
I hope that you're enjoying it. I hope you remember some of it.
I
We're
hope
recording
so
it,
too.
so there will be a record.
That's such a relief. One more exciting thing. We are going to be seeing the new Nissan Z in a couple
this is
weeks.
Big deal. This is big deal.
You're probably excited about that, huh?
I'm excited about a lot of cars coming up.
Yes. Okay. What else are you excited about?
New Nissan Z. Oh gosh, you really put me on the spot here.
I'm sorry. The Z is plenty.
That's true. It really is.
If it
'cause
looks anything like the concept, which I think the concept was very successful as far as integrating a lot of old
I
sort of
loved it.
stuff.
All my friends hated it. I freaking loved it.
I loved it. There were a couple things about it that I wasn't super crazy about. The tail lights I thought could have been maybe a little bit more interesting, and the headlights I would have liked them to be that kind of recessed round, but they just can't do that.
I understand. Yeah,
they
I agree
can't
with
do
that.
it anymore. So they tried. I talked to them, and they were like, "We tried, but we can't." Safety regulations.
DOT makes
just-
them have the plexi.
Yeah,
over
we
it,
just
right?
can't
Yeah.
do it. But man, the rear three-quarter shot on that car is spectacular.
I even love the rectangle that everybody else hates in the
Oh
front.
no, I love it.
I'm like, don't you remember that?
It's
It
so
had that.
good.
It used to have that.
I told a guy at Nismo Motorsports, I'm like, put louvers on the back of that thing as a package.
At least make it
100%
available
make
as an
it
aftermarket.
make it an aftermarket thing. So
People will totally buy those. That is genius. You're so right.
louver all of the things. Z. Come on. So stupid.
DeLoreans had the louvers. I loved the louvers.
Terrible for visibility, but like 100% for cool.
They really did work too with keeping the
Yeah.
sun out and stuff.
Yeah,
It really was very
fantastic.
cool. Ugh.
I did just drive the Evora GT with the carbon fiber package on it, which has louvers on the back.
Didn't you bring it up to Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
How was that? Because that car looked fierce. It looked different than all the other ones that were next to it.
Do you bleep things out?
No, go ahead.
Oh, it was fucking awesome. It was so much fun to drive. It was a very physical experience. Super heavy clutch. Total mechanical shifter. It was the manual. I mean, metal on metal. The shift knob is metal. So by the time 3 days into it, I've got this sort of bruisey weird thing right here, but I mean, I woke up 2 mornings really early on a Friday and a Saturday to take that thing to Cars and Coffee. So that should tell you a little something about how much I enjoyed driving that car. And driving it in the canyons was just, I mean, it was so incredibly fun. And just so, I mean, you literally are like, this is what it's supposed to be like to drive a car. As far as comfort goes, like, I would not daily that car. It's funny, I did my review with my videographer, this guy named Mike Danger. He's one of the coolest people you'll ever meet. And when he was doing
the name,
I know,
awesome.
right? When he was doing, he's 6'4", and when he was doing his driving impressions, he was like, I feel like I'm having to constantly be like on, and you're clenched the whole time, that by the end of the time you're driving, he's like, it feels like I've just spent hours on a sport bike. And I was like, oh, that's
afterwards.
such a good analogy, is that you are just like, you are fully like
flexed, like moving, flexed
all the time. And that's it. But boy, yeah.
Super cool.
So great.
That's a hell of a review.
I loved it. I had a great time.
Loved it. Wouldn't daily it.
No.
Anything else?
No. That's all I got, buddy.
You coming up to Breakfast Club tomorrow? You going to sleep in?
No, I'm going to sleep in tomorrow. Sorry. I'm also getting a piece of furniture delivered tomorrow between the unbelievably convenient hours of 8 and 4.
Oh, well, nice.
So that ought to really help me organize my day.
Yeah, and then you know what you're doing all day tomorrow.
That's right. I know. I'm snoozing.
How is your new place, and what are you getting delivered?
Oh, the new place is
Congrats
amazing.
On the new you had just moved,
you.
I think, or you just moved like the day before you were here last time.
That's true.
Yeah.
The new place, I walk into my house, and I can't believe that I live. I can't believe I live there.
Oh, your photos are great.
I feel really fortunate. I love it.
I love the desk you had made by, I can't remember the maker, but it's gorgeous wood.
Yeah, Mullets and Marmots. Good friend of mine. He actually tore out in my last apartment, which was super tiny, tore a hall closet out of the hallway and built in a desk. And he's like, that kind of got me started, like wanting to do this more. And now, I mean, he's just elevated his game, because that desk was great, but it was butcher block from IKEA. And so he wasn't going out. And I mean, we literally,
this one is
he and
not
I went,
that.
no, we went out and we found the pecan slabs that became the desk. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But in my office, it's all windows, and there are all trees outside my window. So it's almost like I'm working in a tree house. And to me, having that kind of bringing that indoors with the wood, and it fits exactly in the space that I need it to, and it's perfect for that spot. And I mean, in my last apartment, if you tilted my computer like even 10 degrees this way, you could see my toilet. So for me to have a space that's just a dedicated study, a dedicated office space. I mean, I'm a writer. I am in my house all day
you
working.
Need a creative environment.
So, but it's been so much fun putting it together and kind of decorating and doing things. But
so what's arriving tomorrow?
I feel so fortunate that a little settee for my bedroom.
Oh, that sounds nice. Something to throw your whatever you wore today on.
Yes. Oh no, it's not. I don't think it's spelled with an E-T-T-E, but maybe it is a settee.
Yeah, I think it is.
It is.
Yeah, it's got an accent on it.
There you go. You should put an accent on yours.
Exactly. All the international versions.
Stiglette.
Stiglette. No, so I'm excited. I'll send you guys a picture of me lounging on the settee. I'll be asleep.
All of our friends are moving. Magnus and Hannah just bought a new place.
Have you seen pictures of that?
I've been over there. Yeah, it's great.
They got a lot of work to do.
Oh, you've been there too.
No, I was talking to Magnus about it, but I've seen some photos.
They're already doing it though.
It's fabulous.
It's already in motion. It's
so
cool. I'm so happy for them.
Yeah, no, it's great.
What's coming up with you? Obviously, Kelly Blue Book. People should go to follow you on Instagram.
Kelly Blue Book.
It's 1 N, 2 underscores.
Follow me on the grams. Always a lot of interesting, fun stuff there. Doing a couple things for Haggerty for Haggerty Classic Cars, which is always a lot of fun. Yeah,
Love Haggerty.
Oh God, that magazine that they do is just
The monthly, the
it's
Memberly.
so great. The
Memberly,
Drivers Haggerty Drivers Club.
Drivers Club.
Yeah. No, it's great. I just did a shop visit for them at a place called Agasso Outdoor, which is they restore Broncos, original Series 1 Broncos. And
Your buddy Greg Grunberg's got one of those.
does he?
Well, I don't know if it's a Series 1.
The first one?
69.
The OG.
He's got a 69 and a
That's
96.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hi. It's yeah.
Not quite
That
Benjamin.
would have been the first. That was
Nodding
the
off.
first. I'm just losing my bearings here. No, and these two people who run this business, this woman and her partner, I mean, they're in it for all the right reasons. You know, they're not like just it's a hot market and we're trying to make a buck. Like they really are. They're trying so hard to just pick up where Ford left off with that first series Bronco, and man, they do good work. So that shop visit will be coming soon to a
super cool.
to a Haggerty Drivers Club near you.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And people will see you out and about at all the stuff that we can see you out and about.
They
at.
will, yes, they will.
I'm trying to think. Do you remember when the last time we saw each other was? We saw each other a lot in a short amount of time, and then not for a while.
Yeah, I think.
like it's been a while.
Was it at there was a
That's what I was
there
thinking.
was
the
a
F1
thing,
viewing party.
yeah, with the guy in the place.
I was thinking about that. That's happening again soon.
Oh, it is. All right, well.
You might have been in Lisbon, and perhaps your number.
Maybe. I
By the
did
way,
get to go. I did actually. We did find a British pub, and we got to watch the British Grand Prix
Oh, that's nice.
in Lisbon, which was fantastic.
What did they think of the lap one crash?
I'm not
We-
going to
no
talk about it.
spoilers.
It's too controversial.
We thought. I think you put your phone number in my phone that day we were at that party.
Oh,
I think, and that's why it was 819. Which
that
is not the correct number, so nobody.
that
needs
I
to worry
did
about
it. That I did it wrong. Probably. That sounds about right. Yeah.
Um,
I was jet lagged then too. I'm pretty sure.
You're always doing something.
jet lagged.
I didn't mean to make it sound like you were available every day at 5 o'clock whenever we need you. My goodness.
I mean, it's
not what I was saying.
It's pretty likely
not
though
what
that
I
I will
was
be.
Not what I was
Your viewership is going to get awfully bored.
I think we got all the stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank yous. Follow you. We should follow the Stiglette as well. Follow the Stiglette
Yeah.
at the Stiglette.
The Stiglette. No spaces.
Stiglette.
I love that.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
just hit this again.
forget
Boy, is
the
that in
E.
your way?
No.
We can get that moved for you.
No, it's fine.
Get that right out of
Is it
there.
electronical?
It's electronical. That's it. We are out of here. Tomorrow is Good Vibes Breakfast Club. We will be up at Newcomb's Ranch.
Be
9
there
9 to
or
11
be
or so.
square.
And then we are back next week with, on Tuesday, we've got Steve Sario and Cam Ingram coming in from Rhodes Scholars. Good old friend Cam Ingram.
Awesome.
And Steve, who you haven't met yet. Steve's a riot. You know Steve, probably.
I do?
Steve Sario? No?
No.
The Real Bond Group? No? Okay.
James Bond?
That's right. No, he's a riot. I did a Smoking Tire podcast with these guys, with
No.
Cam and with Steve, and it was a riot. Those guys were hilarious. I didn't say shit because they were doing everything. So it'd be
Awesome.
very fun.
Makes your job easy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, over there, I'm just Zach. Matt does all the heavy lifting.
That's true.
Zach does way more than I do when
Yeah.
I'm there. I don't know how to do what Zach does.
Zach
He actually produces the show. I just
Zach
guest
though
direct.
manages every single time I'm on the show to not be there.
Is that
I'm
right?
starting to take it personally.
Well, then that means we get to hang out.
No, that's true. I wouldn't have met you had it
Sorry.
not been for Zach's
Absence.
weird absence.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. So that's what's going on. I love you. We love you.
Thanks you so much for having me on the show again, you guys. Of course.
You're welcome.
We're
Stiglette, we love
neighbors.
you, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, we do.
Hope you have a great weekend. Are you coming to Breakfast Club tomorrow?
I am.
Oh, nice. Awesome. So we'll see you there. Are you driving the Boxer?
Probably.
Very cool. That's it, everybody. We love everyone. Please love one another, and we'll see you out there.
Bye.